Hi guys, it's Ted here from Food Talks, and today I want to go over the 10 most essential things that you need in your kitchen. The reason why I think it's important that you've got these essentials is because you want cooking to be somewhat fun, you want it to be quick, and you want it to be easy. So having these things, ticks all those boxes. I think the first thing which I always speak about is my chef knife. It's a 26 centimeter chef knife. This brand is Willing. Costs about $180. So I recommend that everyone gets a really good chef knife. And what goes with the chef knife is a steel. And I learned to sharpen my steel just watching Gordon Ramsay videos. And I think he raises a good point that you don't need to be quick when you're using a steel. Just be really slow, and it's safe to use. So it's away and then to you, away to you and away to you, and you repeat that 8, 9, 10 times, and you can just do that every time you cook, and your knife is going to stay sharp. I use a plastic spatula. Cooking eggs, mixing anything in my fry pan. This thing just has a little, not a sharp edge, but it's relatively sharp when you're talking about rubber and cooking, so it just gets everything off the pan, and that goes so well with a non-stick pan, and it protects your pan as well. Here I've got my whetstone. So that goes with the knife, so maybe once every 3 or 4 months when I really want to sharpen it and bring it back to life, I'll use a whetstone. And they're actually pretty easy to use as well. It takes a little bit more time, but that's the right thing to use. And I think if you use like 1,000 grit stone, it's a good grit just to maintain your knife. I mean, you can get like 400, which is a more coarser stone, and you can also go as fine as 8,000, I believe, which is finer again. But 1,000 is comfortable, it's right in the middle. You also should have just a good chopping board. So I wouldn't recommend buying stone or glass boards. I think they just damage your knife. So get a good wooden board. I use a rubber mat underneath, which stops any sliding on my bench. So that goes with your board as well. And I can't recommend highly enough getting a non-stick fry pan. This is a 32 centimeter non-stick pan, and it's a big pan, but it does everything. So if you want to do a French toast in here or eggs, you can do that. If you want to, make fried rice where it's a lot more quantity, you can do that as well. I think bigger is better than having one that's too small. So if you want one, go with a big one. That's 32 centimeter. Non-stick is great for beginners. I have written about cast iron and stainless steel. I think they're a bit more, not difficult, but they require more seasoning to maintain the non-stick surface, but non-stick, it looks after itself. You wash it with warm soapy water and it stays good. I've also got a non-stick tray that I use in my oven. The reason why this looks like it's brand new is because I use baking paper. So every time I use it, line it with baking paper, put the food in that, and you can throw the baking paper away, and you wipe it down, and it's clean, it's quick, and it's easy. So you need 2 of these, 1 large pot. It's an 11-litre pot. I just cook my rice in there sometimes, or my pasta, gnocchi, just boil the water and throw everything in there. The way this is set up, comes with a drainer, everything you need. You even put your veggies in the top basket there. So that's a good one-stop shop for cooking your pasta and your veggies on the stove. But my favorite thing here is my rice cooker. It's a real set and forget rice cooker. Anyone can use it as long as you put the right amount of water in with the quantity of rice. It's basically push of a button, and that cooks itself while you're cooking everything else. I always throw my rice on first, then I go to the rest of the meal and cook that. And even if this was to cook and finish, it's just got a warm function with the machine. So, even if it cooks early, it will just stay warm and new. And the 10th most essential thing for your kitchen is our book. What should I eat? Cooking for kitchen newbies. And even though I've written it, I still go to it. I check my notes, not all the time, but sometimes. And it's always a good reference to go back to. Sometimes I might want to check my quantities, my macros, maybe a recipe I haven't made for a while. I forget, exactly how much to put in there. So, this is always on hand as well. So I still use it to this day. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe and go to threeog.shop and download your copy of the ebook.